Hello everyone, and welcome back to PlateUp. Today we're continuing where we left off from our previous video with our dumplings, which were recently introduced in the Chinese New Year update. And if you haven't seen the last part of this video, it'll be linked in the description, and be sure to check out that video before watching this one. But for a brief reminder, in the last video we made it to day 15 and received the cards soy sauce, carrot soup, pumpkin soup, and roast potato. So in this video we're going to be going in with the goal of automating our dumplings. Now, at the time of recording this video, I couldn't find any information on the best dumpling automation methods, and there has since been many different methods out. So I developed my own in this video, which is not efficient at all, so don't judge too harshly when you see it. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So on overtime day 1, not much happened, but we did get a grabber and a prep station from our reroll, which allowed us to fully automate our roast potato side dish, which was really nice. After overtime day 3, we had our first selection of card choices in the overtime days. These were seaweed as an extra or adding fish as a main dish. Both were a 15% customer decrease, and since seaweed is a very simple to automate extra, it was a very easy choice to choose seaweed.
Yay, metal tables, even though the potatoes are not even a problem. Did I just walk through you?
No?
Weird. Okay. Confirmed, I did not.
Mixer, grab that. Oh, it's gone. Damn.
Well, you said it as I was going. Sorry.
Yeah, I realized it as you were going. The next few days were quite simple. We got conveyors, luckily, and just added those next to our tables. So we just needed to place the soy sauce on the conveyors at the start of the day, once per day, and the customers would just take from the conveyors instead of us bringing it to the table every time they needed it. We also got a frozen prep for our seaweed, and finally got our copy desks so that we can get our metal tables to remove sides from a menu.
Oh my god! Pushing me around.
I'm trying to be helpful in my own way. That way is just not helpful,
Right.
though.
Right.
Oh my gosh, pushing me
Are
around.
you done? You were literally shoving me across the restaurant.
I got pushed I was up here making dumplings.
I
And
was
you...
literally standing right here
Yeah,
as you
and
were
I was
pushing me
standing
in the
up
back.
here. I was literally at the mixer, and you pushed me all the way down there.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
I was standing outside the restaurant, greeting the customers, minding my own business. After overtime day 6, we got our next selection of card choices, with the option of pumpkin seeds or one of the new additions to the game with this New Year update, bamboo, which is a side dish. And since we are already planning on getting metal tables to remove sides from a menu, and because we already had roast potato as a side, it was an easy choice for us to take bamboo because in the next few days, hopefully, we would be getting rid of it. So there was an easy 15% customer decrease by choosing bamboo as our side dish. Over the course of the next 3 days, it was business as usual. Nothing that interesting happened. There were no big changes to the restaurant. We just slowly acquired the appliances that we need to automate our dumplings. So far, we've gotten the grabbers required to grab the meat and the carrots to put them into mixers, and those mixers will then chop them. So all we needed to do at this point is to take a dough ball and quickly combine it with the chopped meat and carrots and cook it. We also got a grabber to move the cooked dumplings to the frozen prep station for me, so I didn't need to walk around the counters every time I cooked a dumpling. And lastly, in these 3 days, probably the biggest upgrade we got so far was the metal tables. All 3 of our tables are now metal tables, and with these, we no longer needed to worry about our side dishes, which were the roast potato and the bamboo. This allowed us to remove roast potato and bamboo from the menu, so now we could use the setup that we had for automating the roast potatoes to automate our seaweed.
I need more pumpkin soup.
Okay.
If you have the opportunity. I need more carrot soup now. What are you doing over there?
Just thinking about something to help out.
I don't really have space, fortunately, for any extras.
Oh,
I put that in the sink. Keep doing that.
after overtime day 9, we got our next choices for cards, with the option of adding broccoli cheese soup to our selection of soup starters, or adding hot dogs as a main dish. With the way our kitchen was currently laid out, adding either was going to be rough, but after spending some time thinking about it, we realized that even though hot dogs are an easy to automate dish, they are a 30% customer increase, and our customers could order ketchup as a topping, which messes up our existing soy sauce conveyor system for the dumplings. So we chose to have the broccoli cheese soup as a starter. After choosing our card, I went and changed the layout of the kitchen to allow for me to be the one making the soups to stay out of Siri's way when they need to be refilled, and I can do the dumplings very quickly this way. So this allowed for more central access to the soups for her, instead of having one soup on each side of the serving area. So now I can focus solely on making food, and she can focus solely on serving and clearing the tables. So everyone wants mains except for far left table.
Oh wait, you already did soups?
Yep.
Oh,
Otherwise they would
look
have
at you.
left.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering how they were still sitting there.
Did you ring the bell at the start of the day, or is this just the amount of people we have?
No. This is just the amount of people that we have.
It was a lot more chaotic today than it did yesterday.
Yep.
I'm
Could
getting
you
hungry.
imagine going to a restaurant and being like, hey, can I get a side of a potato? And then they just like never bring it to you and you're like, alright. And you just
And
pay
you're like, well, I
anyways
guess I am
anyway.
at a metal table. That makes sense.
Like, logically, it's just like, why?
After day 12, we got our next selection of card choices. We had the option of adding pies as a main dish or adding onion rings as a side, and this was super lucky for us, since at this point we already had metal tables, so we didn't need to change anything in our current system, which was working great. And we get a 15% customer decrease. This was probably one of the best cards we could have gotten on this day, and we were super happy about it. Over the next few days, we got more upgrades to help us. We got danger hobs and portioners for the soups, and we were slowly acquiring more appliances and tables in case we need them for the future. We got excess hobs, grabbers, pot stacks, mixers, combiners, and sinks. But yeah, things were going well so far, and it didn't seem like much was going to slow us down for a while. And if everything went according to plan, by day 15, we should be able to fully automate the dumplings, and all I would need to worry about in the kitchen was making soups. On day 15, we finally got to the point where we could automate our dumplings. So we spent a long time reorganizing the kitchen to allow us for the space to automate the dumplings. This required us to shift the seaweed automation into the restaurant area, which actually wasn't a bad thing. It was a shorter walking time for Siri. Now, hopefully that we were able to finally automate the dumplings, we don't get a bad card after day 15. Because if we had to choose between something like burgers or hot dogs, which are both a 30% customer increase, this would really throw a wrench into our setup.
You're like all ready to make this soup and there's still a serving left.
I was so ready. I thought that was going to be it.
I just saw your little character move. There you go.
Speedrunning carrot soup. Uh,
You ready?
did
Nope.
darn.
Man, I need to move that mat right here.
Now, day 15, after we automated the dumplings, was a breeze for me in the kitchen. Since most of my job was now automated at this point, I just had to worry about doing the soups. Now, we are faced with our next card choices at this point. We had the option of mandarins as a starter or tomato soup as a starter. And we didn't know much about the mandarins at this point or how to go about automating them. And since we already had 3 soups and I was doing all the soups, we thought it would just be fun to get a 4th soup. and only have soups as starters. Now, Siri and I have gotten through the first 15 days and then the first 15 overtime days on our first ever run attempting dumplings, and I think things are going really well so far. At this point, we kind of just have to hope that we don't get any new mains that are a struggle for us, or we don't really want to add desserts to our menu either. But anyway, we're going to end the video here. Thank you all for watching, and if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. And once again, go check out Miss Sirius's channel as well as her Twitch, and be sure to check out the next part of this series when it comes out, and hopefully we don't get a new card that'll mess up our system too much. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a good one.